Payday loans. Lake Bruin, Louisiana. Need advice about payday cash loans? Please read on. Many individuals end up seeking additional money. It may be challenging a loan quickly from your banking institution in case you have a bad credit score. In this instance, payday loans can be regarded for people who need dollars rapidly and possess no method of getting it. Payday loans might be a remedy. Folks do, nevertheless, need to understand exactly what a payday advance is before you sign the agreement. The costs and interest tend to be rather substantial, so that it will make it tough to spend them back again. Be sure of the service fees you will be incurred, although paying back the financing. This results in men and women paying all of the fees without at any time paying back the financing. Well before possibly getting away from the money, buyers happen to be seen to pay 5 times the first importance. It is advisable to contact the Greater Organization Bureau and check the organization out before getting prepared. Try using of advanced loan services. This can help you decide the business's total status and give you a summary of the company's criticism record. The term of many Payday's financial loans is all about 14 days, so be sure that you can easily pay back the financing for the reason that time frame. Breakdown to pay back the financing may lead to pricey fees and penalties. If you think there is a likelihood which you won't have the capacity to shell out at rear, it is actually very best not to get the payday loan. The best way to utilize a payday loan is to spend it in whole as quickly as possible. That charges and fascination, along with other expenses related to these financial loans, can cause considerable personal debt that is extremely difficult to get rid of. So, when you are able to spend the loan off, do it and do not extend it. The main guideline about payday cash loans would be to only acquire the things you know it is possible to repay. As an illustration, a payday loan business might offer you a certain quantity because your income is nice, but you might have other responsibilities that prevent you from making payment on the bank loan rear. Typically, it is wise to get the sum you are able to afford to repay after your bills are paid for. Take into account shopping on the web to get a payday loan, should you need to take one particular out. There are many websites offering them. If you need one particular, you might be previously limited on cash, so why waste gasoline driving close to searching for one which is open up? You actually have a choice of doing the work all from your desk. Seek advice from the Better Business Bureau to be particular. The payday loan company you are looking for includes of excellent status. Before you sign for any payday loan with any organization, check their BBB ratings for just about any problems. You should seek out another loan provider if you can find grievances. Be on the defend towards payday loans that come your way through an affiliate internet marketing middleman. This sort of marketing and advertising needs to be averted. Numerous affiliates listing where these are situated as opposed to the location where the true payday loan company is located. You might get into something you pays much more than everything you believed that you were paying out. Only obtain how much cash that you simply really need. As an illustration, if you are having difficulties to settle your bills, then the cash is obviously required. However, you ought to never ever use cash for splurging reasons, such as eating at restaurants. The high interest rates you should pay in the future will never be really worth experiencing dollars now. Whenever possible, attempt to have a cash advance from a financial institution personally as opposed to on the web. There are lots of suspect online cash advance creditors who may be stealing your hard-earned money or personal information. Real reside lenders are a lot more reputable and really should give you a less hazardous transaction to suit your needs. Have a cash advance only if you need to cover specific costs instantly. This would largely incorporate bills or health-related expenditures. Usually do not go into the habit of smoking or consuming payday loans. The high interest rates could definitely cripple your finances about the long term, and you have to learn to stay with an affordable budget rather than credit dollars. Usually do not take a cash advance lightly. They are able to cause problems along with your business banking school in addition to your credit score if you chaos stuff up. You must consider it as more than simply enjoy funds. It should be repaid gradually. Make your eyesight about the expense to use money with a payday loan. There are substantial expenses related to these financial loans, but they are not that considerable that they will damage you horribly. Payday loans can be provided in small amounts from about $50 to $500 in a few spots. The whole fascination could range between $15 to $30, which is actually a slight cost. When you are incapable of pay back this financial loan with your next paycheck, then you definitely cannot afford to take out this loan. Do some research before applying for the payday loan. It may seem it's a total waste of time and energy to perform some research simply because you really want the money now. Payday loans arrive quickly, so once you choose, you will definitely get the amount of money immediately. Sometimes, you could potentially even get the money at the time which you sign up for the money. Use the web to discover an organization with reduced interest levels and great customer reviews. If there are almost every other options available to you, also, consider to understand. Although the fee for getting a payday advance is just not cheap, it really only triggers sizable worry when you do not pay the financial loan backed by the due date. Despite having sky-high rates of interest, normal payday loans are thanks in 1 or 2 months. This will not give enough time for big amounts of curiosity to collect. If you cannot afford to pay for the loan back in time, however, the interest gets to be a large costly dilemma. Always see the agreement. The regards to the money, the expected particular date as well as the yearly percentage amount are some of the issues that can be explained within the cash advance files that you simply indication. As a way to consent to it, after looking at this contract cautiously, you have to indicate it. This simply means you're now liable for every mentioned clause. Viewing as how you have to be a payday advance specialist, you should not sense confused about exactly what is involved with payday loans any further. Just be sure you use precisely what you go through these days whenever you make up your mind on payday cash loans. It is possible to stay away from possessing any problems with the things you just learned. Payday loans, Lake Bruin, Louisiana. Payday loans, Edgard.